Good day, everyone. Hope everybody's doing good. We're live again, this time early, because we're looking at CPI in the next upcoming 15 minutes. CPI is a day that is a red list day for us. We don't usually trade it, we try to avoid it because of a quite tough price action initially throughout the day. We're gonna be coming back to live stream again at the market opening in about an hour and a half, but starting here today with CPI. So, welcome, and happy Tuesday for everybody. So, looking at real quick, right, going through the dollar index and all the charts we're gonna be looking at today. I'm expecting dollar to push to the upside here. I'm hoping for this fair value gap to hold the price to the upside. And actually, looking at the 4-hour chart, we're still in consolidation that we just expected to have. It was noted in the weekly newsletter on Sunday as well, and we're still being held in that consolidation. But I really hope that CPI will allow the market to open up a little bit. Long term, we're looking for bullish price action, and today it's gonna be a little bit hard to guess directly, but we're gonna go into lower time frame to make a proper prediction in a bit, right? But looking at 1-hour chart, we have buy side being taken. So what comes usually once buy side is being taken, we're looking for sell side to be taken away from the market. And looking at the chart right now, I'm expecting this 1-hour chart to be inverted, allowing the market to push to the downside to close these 4-hour imbalance and maybe push to this 1-hour imbalance before allowing the market to push where it is right now, right? So this is my initial guess, and I'm guessing it only because this buy side level was taken and this 4 hours fair value gap is supporting the move to the downside as well, right? Knowing that, let's take a look at 15 minutes fair value gaps and possible setups that we can have. This 1-hour inversion setup stays with us, and we're looking at market trading below midnight. So this is interesting as well. Market trading below midnight would kind of indicate for me that we should be pushing to the upside, but only on the lower time frame, right? But we're trading in a volume imbalance from a daily chart right here, and we're gonna see if the price finds support at where it is right now. If it does, we're treating it as a small short-term push to the 1-hour fair value gap here, and then we make a decision. If the weekly NVOG level from here holds at 104.080, we're gonna be expecting that push to the downside, maybe even to this 15-minute fair value gap right below us. And if that happens, then for the rest of the day, I'm gonna be looking for dollar to continue higher, right? But looking just at 15 minutes time frame right now, I would be very happy to see this as a low of the day, because we're trading in a volume imbalance right now. So push to the upside would be generally quite possible here. Going even lower to 5 minutes and 1 minute, this is a push to the downside without any retracements, as you can see. A lot of people have a trend line going like that. So we can be expecting a trend line to be broken, but everything I'm saying right now is a guessing game in a way, because CPI, just like FOMC or NFP, initially is just an unpredictable move. The market does not care at all what kind of data is getting released, what kind of news are getting released in terms of the numbers itself. The market will go wherever it wants to go, and then what we have ourselves, we have a chance to participate in it after 10 minutes are passed, 15 minutes are passed. Me, myself, I usually with CPI like to enter on the next session, which will happen on market opening up a bit later today, right? But one more time then. Dollar, since it took away buy stops, pushed to the downside here. This is a very nice and predictable move as well. And we're looking at two levels. We are looking at this new week opening gap and 1-hour fair value gap, and we are expecting a push into it. And we're gonna basically take a look if the market gets released even lower, or it will continue where we want to see it continuing on higher time frame, which is daily and weekly. Okay. 10 minutes to go. Let's take a look at what we have on on the menu with euro. So euro, the daily fair value gap was called to for the price. It is an inverted fair value gap right here, and I'm expecting higher prices because of that. It's gonna be very interesting to see for what we get for later today during the market opening session. Because this 1 hour fair value gap supporting the move to the upside would allow the daily chart to push to the upside to 1.08300, something around here. But I really like the sell side, still resting below, and overall bias on weekly chart is bearish as well. So initial buy stops taken is totally predictable because of the daily inversion happening. But if that daily inversion finds a top either here where we are resting right now or a little bit higher at 1.08300, we're gonna be happy to take 15 minutes trading about midnight, just like euro, just like dollar is. We're gonna know this 15 minutes fair value gap. We're gonna see if we stay below it. Okay, 1 minute, just like dollar index, we have a trend line happening here. So if we break below it, a trendline phantom push to the downside would be quite appreciate. Let's take a look at GBP USD. The GBP USD, just like predicted, is allowing the market to push to the upside from this daily level. I'm happy to work with it. I'm happy to see it. We called it on the market review on Sunday as well. And here we're trading at a level that we wanted the market to reach for. And we have shitloads of interesting, right? So a market that I'm actually interested for this CPI session to really dig deeper and to take a look at is how we trade this 1 hour fair value gap right here for dollar GBP USD, sorry. And if this 1 hour fair value gap resists the price, I'm very much interested in it trading to 1.26300 and then even below than after, right? So I'm gonna be looking a little bit more into GBP USD during this session to see if we can work with it at all or not. Okay. 5 minutes. There's no break of structure just yet. We have 6 minutes until CPI is getting released. We're gonna continuously watch this. Indices, I'm not interested in taking any trades just yet here, but we have this 4 hour inversion, not inversion, just 4 hour fair value gap holding the price to the downside. I'm interested in 5,000s and below for the rest of the day. And just like that within Q, I'm interested in 17,700s and below for the day. Initially 17,780s and then 17,700s sharp. Let's see. I'm gonna try to show you what is happening with GBP. I like how much sell side is resting below the current market price. Here from today, yesterday, Friday close, weekly lows right here. So we're gonna try to take a look if we can actually trade GBP USD on the market open, which could not market open, sorry, on CPI News Release. So that could be quite interesting and fun to do. We have a 1 minute fair value gap right here. We're gonna see if we close above it or not in the next 5 minutes. So just one more time maybe to go over it, right? Dollar index, I'm interested in it trading higher long term. We showed you some buy side liquidity pools as well. So we're gonna see how we trade throughout the CPI, but long term I'm really hoping for the market to make a turn, either here right now during the news or a bit lower at 0.8600 later today. Euro USD, this 15 minutes fair value gap holding the price is totally normal. That would be totally understandable, and trading lower from here is appreciated as well. And GBP USD, we haven't reached this 1 hour fair value gap, even though I'm expecting lower prices just like with euro. We'll see if CPI allows the market to push a little bit higher from where it is right now. And if it does, we're gonna wait for a market to make a retracement into 1.26 500s a little bit later today. So maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes after the markets stop getting manipulated because of the news release event itself. Okay. Euro USD has some buy side resting above. So I'm noting that a push towards buy side and then retracement afterwards is totally possible. And GBP USD is pushing lower from this fair value gap. So we're gonna see a few more minutes if this fair value gap allows the market to continue even lower from it where it is right now. So 2 minutes ago, looks like this is gonna close above market. Interestingly enough, right? No, we didn't. Funny. No, we didn't. So we continue to wait it out and see if it does or doesn't. Let's take a look one more time at dollar index. This volume imbalance that we're literally in the middle of it, still holding the price. Euro USD, we would love to see actually this buy side being taken away before the push to the downside. So let's see if that right away, that opening range gives us that. And gun to my head, GBP USD, I would just expect this fair value gap to hold the price, but if it doesn't, we're going towards this 1 hour fair value gap right away, and then we will try to look for a retracement right after. Very honestly with you, I'm not even expecting my screen to allow the candles to fill it, so we'll see. We need to zoom out a little bit, but 10 seconds, we're getting the market to release the news and we're gonna see what we get out of it. Yeah, so just like we thought, buy side taken on Euro USD, which is brilliant. We wanted to see that, and this push to the downside is very lovely for us. So what we're gonna try to look after is a retracement into the range and more downside during the market open, and look at GBP USD. Very beautifully wick to the upside. This 1 minute fair value gap is holding the price. Only wicks, what to say, are doing the damage here. 1, 2, 3. We have a 3 drives pattern happening and break to the downside. We kind of took the whole daily range in literally 10 seconds and just like called upon higher prices on dollar index and lower prices on Euro USD, as well as GBP USD were called for, and I'm very happy to see. Today, later, I'm gonna reevaluate it again. Not gonna trade forex, but I'm gonna be interested in what we get offered on index futures. Market maker sell model with a smart money reversal on yesterday is getting completed. So we have 5 stages of that setup already done and dusted. Sell side taken. We traded into the daily fair value gap here. This is something that we wished for to see during the Sunday's report as well. And we're gonna see now if we're gonna try to come back into the range left open by the CPIs as well, or we're gonna continue lower during the session itself. So I'm gonna take an hour off and I'm gonna be with you guys in about 1 hour 20 minutes, and rest assured, not saying a nice CPI, but CPI that I could explain if I take a look at it again. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you learned something in terms of how I evaluate where the news drivers could bring the market towards to. Just like we do it on not daily, because we don't trade daily, but just like we do it on weekly basis. I call on GBP USD to find resistance in this 1 minute fair value gap was called for, and we found sell side that was targeted. You took this trade, good for you, but this risk is not something that I would ever wish to pick up in a way. So I'm not trading the news release itself, and I'm gonna be back in an hour to find some trades for myself and you.